$1 from Main Vein says Crowder literally called her an evil cunt on his show over this. Candace has the biggest balls of them all and is only one acting like a true friend, never giving up on the truth until it comes out. Oh, do you want to see Crowder's thing on Candace? It was pretty brutal. I did see that.
Okay. I'd like to see that.
You can tell after his you can tell that after his divorce, Crowder's
gotten a pair on him a little bit.
No, it's more Crowder. If he hated women before, he didn't show it quite as much.
He definitely does now.
He definitely hates her more now.
Okay.
Is this the Candace Owens is an evil cunt one? I think it is. Yeah, it's an 11-minute clip. Let's check this one out. This is Crowder on Candace Owens. Now, these two don't like each other because remember when Crowder was holding up that Daily Wire deal and he was like bitching?
Candace kind of fucking grilled him on that.
And then when his divorce stuff came out, she really beat the living dog shit out of him. So he is like, there's no love lost between Candace and Crowder. I have a feeling that some of our audience is going to be Team Crowder on this one.
Even though most of us don't care for Steven Crowder.
I think a lot of our audience likes it when a guy calls a woman a cunt.
I just wish that word was given in American society more free reign.
Oh, like the way Hughesy's people use it?
Yeah, like the way, no offense, I say this very, very seldom. There's a Saint Caesar, actually, one of the crossover people. He talks a lot about stuff going on in his neck of the woods, and I always say it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, that sounds like shitty. One reason I don't want to be there. I'll say this: the liberal use of the word cunt and the acceptable use of the what we call the gay F word here, how they still keep it in more of a colloquialism. I wish we could have fun with our language like that.
Husey can use it. Do you know why Husey's allowed to use it?
Why?
Because he's a cunt. God damn. That's why. All right, here's Crowder on Candace, because I want to do this and I want to do the NBA thing. Otherwise, we're going to have nothing to clip. I can't put up a 3-hour clip of us talking about jail.
Jail time. Yeah. I mean, there are a couple of good stories and points there, but yes. Probably
not. I was made aware, and you guys can correct me if I'm getting anything wrong, because this is coming in live. Candace Owens outright saying, and I want to be careful with my words here because she's not, and I know she'll give herself an out and say that's not what I was implying. But you watch this clip in its entirety, and it seems pretty blatant that she's saying, and people are interpreting it this way, which is also important, that the Trump administration, not whatever it was, we went from underground Jew tunnels, Mossad.
Wait a minute, whoa. You can't say underground Jew tunnels like it's an exaggeration.
We found some.
We found underground Jew tunnels. You don't get to make fun of people for saying there's underground Jew tunnels when there's underground Jew tunnels.
Look, Candace Owens saying, well, first we heard what? People's pagers were blowing up.
Candace Owens, you know the stuff she says, water's wet. Fucking crazy bitch.
Trump administration killed Charlie Kirk.
Just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie.
You can tell they hated Kennedy a lot because they didn't give him a holiday.
Yeah, they did not give him a holiday. They just gave him an end-of-life lobotomy.
Yeah. They fucking gave him a little. They cleaned out his ears with a Mannlicher Kakano rifle, and then bury his ass in Arlington.
You got these crazy thoughts in your brain. Don't worry, we'll help with that.
But they're right. I mean, Martin Luther King gave him a holiday. Malcolm X. Oh, Malcolm X didn't get one either. They really hated Malcolm X.
Yeah. What about the dude, Ruby Ridge? What about that guy? They didn't give him a holiday.
There ain't no Randy Weaver Day.
Randy Weaver's wife never got a holiday.
Vicky Weaver, I believe.
I think, dude, would that drive you more nuts if they gave your wife a holiday so they could commemorate the day that the government
they
came
shot
up
her
into your house and they shot your wife and tortured you over it?
In the back while she was holding your baby?
That would be, if it was truly sadistic, like that would be what they would do.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? We made a mistake. Your wife is now a national holiday. Good luck ever moving on.
Right.
Because every year the world will remind you.
I mean, technically we should have a Bo Gritz Day. He kind of saved some lives up there in Ruby Ridge. Bo Gritz coming in talking Randy Weaver down. Kind of a G move. All right, let's continue.
Boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking bullet. It's like as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question.
I agree.
They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like holiday and a boulevard, and it's never on a nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks, these last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
Well, let me first be tactful here and tell you that outrageous claims, and this is an outrageous claim, require outrageous evidence. Of course, as is par for the course, none has been presented. And I know that there might be an out, a weaseling here saying, oh, well, I said the Fed, not the Trump administration. I said a boulevard in Israel.
I still think she means Jews.
I still totally think she means Jews.
Yeah.
I think she's implying that we're a puppet. And again, if this is what she's implying, I completely believe it. I think she's implying that we are a puppet government of the Israeli government.
And the Israeli lobby, yeah.
And the Israeli lobby. And they are the ultimate paymasters, and we follow through with their plans. And plus, like, again, she hasn't presented any evidence. Her argument is that, you know, when they give you a holiday and a fucking boulevard, you know they killed you. And she listed, like, Martin Luther. Again, it's not wrong. Like,
yeah,
a lot of us kind of agree with that sentiment. That is evidence just because you don't agree with it.
Well,
I don't know.
It's psychological warfare. It's you killed the guy. It's basically more gaslighting. You killed a guy.
I said about the Victoria Weaver thing.
You killed a guy. You know that these people think you killed the guy, but you're going to do the boulevard and the holiday to basically go, fuck you. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
You know, and maybe they will do that with Charlie Kirk. I don't know, but I don't think she's saying Trump had Charlie Kirk killed. I think she said they've betrayed him, meaning like their investigation is bullshit and they're not doing him justice.
Their investigation is bullshit, or they did nothing to stop it if they knew it was going to happen.
Right.
Here, not clear. What she said was, they, the Fed, give you a boulevard when that's a sure sign that they have killed you. You know that they have killed you. He was betrayed in the worst way possible, giving so much of his life to the Trump presidency.
I don't disagree with that.
To politics.
I don't disagree.
Again, considering how his
federal
life
government, the
is
Trump
now
administration
over.
killed Charlie Kirk is the claim. Now I'm going to tell you how I feel about it, what I think about it.
Go ahead.
You know who else would have to be involved? And this is the implication, of course, by design, and you can see the response with people out there saying, oh, well, then anyone who's close to, this is an inside job. You know who's really close to President Trump, and you know who people are now saying stood to gain? Well, Charlie's wife, Erica Kirk, who has now been put.
Okay, fuck you, because like when something like this happens, I don't fall for this guilt trip shit of like, how dare you? That's his wife. I'm sorry, but when someone is murdered and we don't know how, I get to ask everyone.
I'll say this, as the smoke settles and more facts come out, like you informed me today about her dad and the Donald Trump stuff and her and the Miss America pageant shit. Like, as more and more of those facts fall into place, I put that with the backdrop of her reaction. Remember when all of us were going, "How dare you? She's just a positive person," and this, like, she don't look like no grieving widow,
right?
And anyone, myself included, who criticized that, going, you're kind of being a dick. Maybe she's just positive in her faith and all this other stuff. Now I'm looking at that, I'm like, well, now we have more on the "that ain't no grieving widow" card.
Look, she could very well be a grieving widow. She could be sad that her husband's. It's 100% possible, and you know what? Probably likely. But that doesn't mean we don't get to ask. That doesn't mean, what's wrong with asking, finding out the answer, and then moving on? I'd rather do that and find out that she's authentically upset about her husband's death rather than leave it out there to linger as an open conspiracy theory. I'm always suspect of people who are afraid to ask a question or who will get angry at people for asking a question. Well, what's the harm in asking the question if the answer is it's all bullshit? Then we ask the question, we got the answer, we get to move on. But the minute the "how dare yous" start coming out, I get nervous.
Candace, with that language, with this accusation, has put the wife of Charlie Kirk, and she'll say, "That's not what I tried to do." It is. It's the result. Erica Kirk in the crosshairs. It's not like you have to look through 6 degrees of separation.
What is I'm confused. What is this proving?
That Candace is, again,
Candace is mean. First of all,
this is proving that Candace is, tied to Trump and the Trump administration. So to accuse the Trump administration of a dirty, underhanded inside job obviously means you're accusing Candace of the same thing. For someone who's complaining about Candace Owens, leaving breadcrumbs for people to interpret, he's certainly doing a lot of the same fucking thing.
Well, that's kind of Crowder's MO too, is like taking things and then making wild insinuations. And then you're right. He's accusing Candace of doing the same thing.
And you can see post after post and article after article with both Kirks, but certainly Erica praising, thanking President Trump, discussing how important his support has been. So if the Trump administration, if the Fed killed Charlie Kirk, look, there's no middle ground here right now. Either.
By the way, shut up and stop saying the word Fed wrong. The Fed is shorthand for Federal Reserve, which is a bank. It has nothing to do with the
federal government.
The Trump administration. The Fed, nobody's saying the Fed killed Charlie Kirk. We're saying the Fed tried to kill Andrew Jackson.
Candace Owens' insinuation of the Fed really is just kind of like her word for
FBI, CIA.
FBI, government overall. She wasn't, again, she was talking about how they gave him a space in Israel. And she's like, when the Fed kills you. Like, so, no, we didn't put up a Martin Luther King Boulevard in Israel. I got news for you. So, like, that Israel drop was another one of those breadcrumbs you could have tied in there to see how the Fed was kind of a stand-in for the government at large.
Right.
Erica Kirk is evil and was in on it.
No.
Or Candace Owens is an evil cunt.
Whoa, language.
I'm still not on his side. He's so, like, for all of his bullshit, he's way too over. So those are the only two possibilities. Candace Owens is an evil cunt, or Erica Kirk was in on it. There's no way that here. I'll spin another possible scenario. Donald Trump is enough of a sociopath to look a grieving widow in her face, hug her, and go, "Your husband was an amazing man. We'll love him. We'll miss him, and everything else." Meanwhile, he knows who pulled the trigger and when, because that's the job. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying you're telling me that's not a possibility. It's not possible that people in the government did this and she had no idea.
Right.
And it's still like, why does she just because she knows, and I'm one of the people going like, look, she knows Donald Trump. I'm starting to see smoke where there might be flames. But just because she knows Donald Trump doesn't mean that they clue. All right, look, Candace, since he's, or not Candace, fucking whatever her name is. Look, since he's your husband, we just want you to know we're going to kill him tomorrow because Charlie's really talking out of turn. I don't know. That doesn't automatically link her just because she knows Donald Trump.
Well, and Crowder does that shit. He does that all the time where he goes, either you're saying this or you're saying this. And it's like, no, motherfucker, I'm saying that. You don't get to tell me what I'm saying. I'll tell you what I'm saying. And then you can do your little fucking, sleight of hand magic you like to do.